It's January 2nd, still dark outside. The city's asleep, your phone is face down, and you're standing in your kitchen drinking water like it's medicine. No hype, no captions, no New Year, New Me speech. Just you, deciding that this year you're not negotiating with your weakness anymore. You step outside. Cold air hits your lungs like punishment. Your shoes tap the sidewalk, and for the first time in a long time, you feel something dangerous. Control. You think the hard part is going to be the diet, the gym, the boredom, the discipline. But the first real resistance doesn't come from your body, it comes from the person closest to you. A laugh that's just a little too sharp. A question that sounds like a joke, but lands like a warning. Oh, since when do you wake up early? And that's when you learn the truth they don't tell you. Your self-improvement doesn't scare people because it might fail. It scares them because it might work. You grew up believing a simple, comforting myth. If I become better, the people who love me will be happy for me. That's the illusion. And sometimes, when it's small and safe, it's true. A new haircut, a motivational quote, a 2-week health kick. But when you improve for real, quietly, consistently, without needing applause, something shifts in the room. Because real improvement changes your posture, your schedule, your patience. It changes what you tolerate. And that is a threat to any relationship built on the old version of you. The betrayal isn't always loud. It's subtle. It's domestic. It's dressed as concern. Don't overdo it. Are you okay? Why are you acting like this? You're becoming different. Different, like it's an accusation. And what you start to realize, slowly, painfully, is that for some people, love isn't, I want you to grow. Love is, I want you to stay predictable. Listen, brother, this isn't mystical. It's not even personal half the time. A lot of human behavior is programmed, hardwired, built in. Your brain is a survival machine, and survival means managing risk. In relationships, risk doesn't look like a tiger. It looks like uncertainty. When your partner watches you change, body, confidence, options, an ancient alarm can go off. What does this mean for my security? That's not romance. That's biology wearing makeup. Call it the biological imperative. Call it mate-guarding instincts. Call it attachment calibration. But the pattern is old. If your value rises, your partner may feel their relative value being questioned. If your attention becomes disciplined, they may feel the emotional supply changing. If your life becomes more structured, they may feel less control. And yes, this can show up with women more often in certain dynamics, because women are typically more attuned to relational stability and social competition cues. Not because women are bad, but because selection pressures historically rewarded sensitivity to shifts in commitment and environment. So when you New Year, New Me correctly, meaning silently, seriously, you're not just lifting weights. You're shifting the power geometry of the relationship. And people feel geometry in their bones. Here's how it works. Psychologically, neurologically. Mechanism 1. Reward prediction error. Your partner's brain has a model of you, a routine, a pattern. You used to be available at certain times. You used to respond instantly. You used to fold when pressured. Then suddenly, you don't. That mismatch creates anxiety in the nervous system. The brain hates surprises in intimate systems. It flags them as danger. Mechanism 2. Attachment activation. When someone senses emotional distance, even if it's just you being focused, your partner's attachment system can flare up. The amygdala gets involved. Threat detection. Cortisol rises, and their behavior shifts from connection to control. Mechanism 3. Dopamine economics. Some relationships run on quick hits: attention, reassurance, drama, resolution, repeat. But disciplined self-improvement is boring. It's stable. It's delayed gratification. That starves the relationship of its old dopamine loop. So the system tries to restore it. A fight before your workout, a random crisis, a guilt trip. Not always conscious, not always malicious, but still an emotional mechanism. This is why the New Year, New Me that's posted online is safe. It's performative. It keeps you in the marketplace of validation. But the New Year, New Me that is silent, that one suggests you're no longer for sale. And that's when the real tests begin. Let me give you the observable signs, the ones men ignore because they want peace. Example 1. The joke that isn't a joke. Oh wow, Mr. Discipline. You're really doing the whole influencer thing now? It's framed as teasing, but it's status correction. Example 2. The motive accusation. Who are you trying to impress? Are you doing this for other girls? That's not curiosity, that's fear trying to get confirmation. Example 3. The convenience sabotage. You say you're eating clean, suddenly there's dessert in the house. You say you're training early, suddenly there's a late night plan. Not overt, just friction. Example 4. The compliance test. Skip today for me? If you loved me, you'd relax. You're choosing the gym over us. It's not about the day, it's about whether you can be pulled. Example 5. The identity smear. You're becoming selfish. You're cold lately. You think you're better than people now. That one's deadly because it makes discipline sound like arrogance. These aren't always evil. Sometimes it's insecurity, sometimes it's habit, sometimes it's a partner who doesn't know how to adapt. But the pattern is clear. When you upgrade, the relationship either evolves or it attempts to domesticate you back into the old version of yourself. Case study 1. Mark, the quiet upgrade. Mark didn't announce anything. He just started waking up at 5:30, training, reading, building a side income. For 2 weeks, his girlfriend called it cute. Week 3, the comments started. Why are you obsessed with this? You're not fun anymore. Week 4, she picked fights the night before his early mornings, then acted confused when he was tired. Mark thought he needed to prove love, so he negotiated with his routine. He skipped sessions, stayed up late, ate whatever. And the relationship stabilized because he shrank back into the version she understood. He told me later, quietly, I didn't lose the routine. I lost respect for myself. Case study 2. Evan, the boundary. Evan did the same upgrade, except he didn't argue. When the tests came, he stayed calm. I love you, and I'm still training tomorrow. No speeches, no anger, no revenge. At first, she escalated, because escalation is what works on weak men. But when she realized the boundary was real, something interesting happened. She adapted. She started sleeping earlier, cooking healthier, taking pride in him. Not because he begged her to, because he became a stable force. Case study 3. Sam, the collapse. Sam's partner didn't adapt. She didn't sabotage quietly, she attacked directly. You're turning into one of those guys. I miss the old you. This is embarrassing. Sam tried explaining, then apologizing, then hiding his progress. And here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. When you hide your improvement to keep peace, you're trading your future for a temporary ceasefire. They broke up anyway. And Sam said the breakup hurt less than the humiliation of pretending he wasn't hungry for more. That's the fork in the road. Some partners grow with you. Some partners punish you for growing. Now zoom out. This isn't just relationship stuff. There's a cultural engine behind it. Modern society sells comfort like a religion. It teaches people to trust appearances and fear discipline, because discipline makes you harder to market to. Social media trains the brain on quick dopamine, scroll, laugh, consume, repeat. But the man who wakes up early, who trains, reads, builds, doesn't generate the same predictable consumption. He becomes less programmable. And there's another piece. A lot of modern romance messaging says love means constant availability, constant reassurance, constant softness. So when you become purposeful, when your schedule gains gravity, some partners interpret it as abandonment, not because you abandoned them, because they were taught that love is attention on demand. So the conspiracy isn't a secret meeting, it's a system of incentives. Algorithms reward drama, Culture rewards indulgence. Weakness is easier to control than strength. And the disciplined man? He's a bad customer. If the tests keep coming, you eventually hit the collapse point. It usually looks like this. You come home calm, focused, quiet, and your partner, sensing the shift, tries one last pull. A fight, a guilt trip, an ultimatum. Choose me or choose that life. And this is where most men fail, not because they're weak, but because they confuse love with surrender. They think, if I just prove I'm safe, this will stop. So they abandon the habit, they soften the boundary, they return to the old schedule, and the relationship feels better for a week. But something inside them rots, because you can't betray yourself every day and call it intimacy. That's not love, that's slow suicide. Here's the bitter truth, brother. Some people don't want your growth. They want your accessibility, your predictability, your permission. They don't fear your failure. They fear the day you realize you're not trapped. And yes, sometimes the person resisting you still loves you. But love isn't enough if the emotional mechanism underneath is, if you become stronger, I become unsafe. That's a structural problem, because your life cannot be built on managing someone else's insecurity. That's not partnership. That's hostage negotiation. And a man who negotiates with his mission will always be purchased by the highest emotional bidder. So what do? Not rage, not punish, not play games. You become simple, unmoving. Rule 1. Upgrade silently. No declarations, no watch me, no speeches, receipts only. Rule 2. Expect tests. Don't take them personally. When a partner tests you, respond like a calm leader, not a wounded child. I hear you. I'm still training in the morning. Rule 3. Keep warmth high and drama low. A disciplined man doesn't become cold. He becomes stable. Touch her. Look her in the eyes. Be present when you're present. But don't dismantle your structure to soothe the moment. Rule 4. Name sabotage once, then enforce consequences. If it's real sabotage, call it cleanly. I'm not doing guilt trips about my health. If that continues, we have a bigger problem. Then you follow through, calmly. Rule 5. Choose a partner who can tolerate your evolution. Because the goal isn't to win a battle inside your home. The goal is to build a home where your evolution isn't treated like betrayal. And if your improvement scares someone, let it. A man isn't here to be harmless. He's here to be good. And goodness, with spine, always threatens the systems built on your softness.